And yes, I actually live in Berlin. Yeah. Thanks for watching all of that. First thing first. So we already did 3 streams. They're all up on YouTube. So if you wanna check them out, this is the link. You can watch them later. I already linked the Rubber Goose domain name, like the rubbergoose.dev, to our Netlify stuff. The Netlify site. Let's see. Yeah, we have now also like our HTTPS certificate. All is good. Yeah, this is still like a little bit of cached DNS that needs to propagate, but eventually we'll have our own Rubber Goose website. You can see here. On second 1 on minute 34. Okay. Wow. It's nice. Good that you're keeping up. That's great. Okay, so this is the the link for our app. It's actually live. We're doing this like in real life. So here we have the rubbergoose.dev. We have a functioning sign up form, and the website is also responsive, as you can see. All is good. So we have all of the good quality of the website. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I tried it also on my phone last night. Was working fine. So yeah, pretty happy of the website. All right, so with that out of the way, you have the playlist if you want to watch it again. Let's go back to our kind of local server. Let's maybe reduce the size of that. Can you, like, real quick, can you see the code? Should I zoom in more, or that's okay? Okay, the chat is a little bit silent. Have you got activated? The email sub. Yeah, we have. We can actually, these emails will go to our ConvertKit email service, and actually it's collecting emails. So if we add them here, we will see them in our. Let's see. Did I close that? Yeah, here. So you can see here that we have this one email, and then if we add another one, maybe another one at streaming.com or whatever, we hit sign up. You can see it's already submitted this, and if we click on subscribers here, I hope it keep the. Yeah, I mean, there's also like some more people that actually submitted their emails, so that's nice. You can see here, this is the another one at streaming.com. Yeah. So let's go back to our local host, get this out of the way. Okay, this is fine. All right, so maybe I should make this browser bigger first. So now, The aim is probably when we click here, I will rename this button to maybe dashboard and make it like a link. And then when we click here, this should take us to a dashboard page. Before we design the dashboard page, what we can do is go here and on our Gatsby page, and then here we will create a page called user. And what the user page will have is we need this layout. And then this will be a user page. So I'm creating just an empty user page with a layout, and let's export default user page. And maybe stop our server here and then run it again. So it will create the page. So it's still building some stuff. Okay, so now supposedly if we go here and type user, we should see an empty page with just the logo and the sign up. The reasoning for this logo and sign up shows up because they are part of the layout already. So the layout, this is like something that we will use in every page. So we have the header and the sign up button. So let's change this to a link instead of a button. And then usually it's like here, sign up. So this one we can change it to link. And then let's import the link from Gatsby. And probably for the link here, this will have the to, and this will take us to the user page. So this should be like user dashboard. Okay. And then maybe change this to dashboard. And then here you will see like, okay, this is a 404 page because we don't have a dashboard page. But then if we do just /user and then go back and click, you can see it's taking us to user. And then we can go back to the home page. So what we want to do is we want to have like dashboard, the user /dashboard, but we don't want this to. So if we go, for example, into like pages and create, for example, here we can create user and then something like dashboard JS. So this will be no, let's delete it. It's not. So inside of here we can do, okay, dashboard JS, and we can copy the same thing here And let's rebuild. Cannot resolve components. Okay, so yeah, this is because. Okay, so if we now go to dashboard, you can see it's there. But since this is a dynamic page, in the future this will rely on a use. We will only show this page if the user is logged in. So what we want to do here is have a dynamic routing to have these kind of pages. So we only show them when the user is logged in, and we don't want necessarily Gatsby to render these pages as static stuff, because we don't know what would be the actual content of these dashboards. It's depending on the user. So every user will have a different set of things to show in their dashboard. So let's first go here to this user folder and then delete it. So and then go back here. Yeah, this is still like, okay. Whatever. Yeah, so I only created that folder is as just an example to show you that we can actually have a static page, but we don't want to. So what we want to do is create the user base page, and then after everything that comes after the user here, we will tell Gatsby, hey, you can use this same component to display some dynamic data. So if we, how to achieve that, we can go, and do, for example, Gatsby, where is it? Dynamic routes. And usually we find this in the documentation. Routing. Creating dynamic navigation here. This is a bit confusing, but all right. So side metadata, we don't need that. We don't need this. Maybe we can go to the authentication page. They have a better so this is okay. It's called client only routes. So we will copy this part. This is what we need to put in the Gatsby node. And we go to our Gatsby node here. Delete this. And then this is a hook that we connect to Gatsby, saying, okay, whenever you are creating a page, give us the data, and then if it matches something / user, the path will be user and then anything. So anything that's going the path of user / whatever, we wanna create that page from the user component or from the same user route. Okay, and then let's also take a look at, and then here you can see we go to that you can see here, for example, like the example is like anything you go to, it's like /app/something. You would redirect it to this page, which is the app.js. For our case, it will be user.js. And then here we can use a rich router, which is similar to like React router. Actually, it's done by the same kind of people that built React router, but this is focused more into accessibility and to have accessible routes. And it's shipped with Gatsby already. So what we can do is go to the user, go to our user here, import the router, and we create this router here. And we need to define, for example, okay, we need a dashboard and maybe, what is it? Something else, like maybe we have security. And then here is dashboard, security. For the sake of simplicity, let's first build these components here, and then we can move them outside. So this will be dashboard, and then the dashboard will be so it's since it's wrapped in layout, we don't need this layout. So here maybe we can have h1 and then call it dashboard for now. And we can do the same for security and name this security. Okay, so now if we go to the website and click on dashboard, we should see, okay, it says nothing. Probably we need to rebuild again. Yeah, it makes sense because we changed the Gatsby node, but we didn't rebuild our website. Any questions so far? Am I moving super fast? Or if you have any confusion or something, just let me know in the chat and I'll try to answer that. All right, so you can see dashboard is there, and then we had also security. If we do security, it's here. But I don't see this is rendered. This is weird. Let me see. Okay, of course, because here is user and this is also user. Yeah, I mean, for Tailwind, I think it works with a lot of like CSS preprocessor. It kind of fits in as in most cases it would be like a plugin. And I use Post CSS because I can set Tailwind as a plugin. So you give it the CSS and it will do the transformation. You can also do it yourself, like using Tailwind. They have a command called build, and then generate CSS. That's also possible, but yeah, it's through Post CSS. All right, so we have security, we have our dashboard. This is really cool. So what we need to do is, now if the user clicks dashboard, we wanna let's build the dashboard. Do you want to like build the dashboard first and then we can add the login, or we work on the login and then we add the dashboard later? I think no, I think it's fine in terms of performance. It's there is no bottleneck in there, so building is super fast, and it's you only need to build it at like you need to build it once, and then you have all the CSS in there. So that's no big deal. So I think probably I will build in some dashboard in place and have some more functionality in the dashboard, and then we build in the login maybe later if we have time. So I think in CodePen, because I'm super lazy, I will look for some dashboards already built. If we do Tailwind dashboard, okay, let's look at this one. Let's see, or maybe this one. Let's look in Google in general. Tailwind user settings. I don't know. Did anybody build something? Where is it? User dashboard. Yeah, let's see. Tailwind toolbox. Let's type in dashboard. Landing page, admin templates, profile card. Okay, admin templates. This is, I think this is kind of too much. Okay, what I will do is probably build one myself. So what do we have now? Yeah, we click on dashboard, so we have something here. All right, so let's create the dashboard component here. And first move this one here and then export the dashboard. And we would need also to import React from React. And then here we need to import dashboard from components and dashboard. So make sure the dashboard is still there. Okay, cool. Okay, this we don't need. Let's close the stuff that we don't need. Okay. Here we'll have this. And then probably first thing we'll have a div. Let's give it class of a container, and maybe give it some shadow, and then maybe rounded LG. And inside of here, let's have something like still say maybe in H2 instead of H1. And then this will be dashboard. Okay, so it's maybe not a container, but let's say, okay, width is, man, container mx auto, and then maybe we can see max width is md, like medium. Okay. Yeah, so this looks like okay. This is the beginning of a nice dashboard. Let's give it some paddings, maybe 8. All right. Now, what should the dashboard have? So in the dash, maybe we should have a navigation instead of saying dashboard in here, and then we'll have settings. Okay, maybe let's have settings. Okay, and then let's go for to Tailwind and then get some examples. What I'm trying to do is build like a setting section where someone can update their name, email, probably also the password. This is okay, first, last, then password. We don't need this, so probably we will take this form. First name, last name. And we take this password till here. Skipping this, and then we take this input. Where is it? Oh, we don't have a submit button, so we're skipping this part, and then we get this part. And save here. So this one, all the classes here should be class name. And probably I didn't close the divs. Okay, this is weird. Let me take the entire thing, and then we will remove it one by one. Yeah, I mean, you can always go and, like, especially with Tailwind, there's a lot of nice examples. You can start from a good example and then continue from there. So we don't need this. Let's see. We don't need this. We also don't need this part. And for all a class, we need to class name. Yeah, obviously this one has extra stuff. Okay. For inputs, yeah, this is an annoying thing with React. You need to close all of these stuff here. Probably we don't need this city. Maybe we don't need the city. Yeah. Make it as long as crazy as you'd like. Yeah. Probably I'll change the background to PG, maybe white. 300. Is this affecting anything already? I'm not sure. Do we? No, it's all good. Maybe PG just white. Yeah. Or maybe we can have. Okay, let's go with white and then see. So we need. What we can do here is have different navigations. We can put it here, like security and other stuff, and the dashboard will take always to this link. So let's take this. Is this the entire wrapper? Yeah. So this div is here and this is okay. So we take this and then have it here. Let's see. Okay, and then here, and then here maybe we can say make it the same as the previous one, kind of, and this will be confirmation. Okay, password confirmation, and probably here we need a submit button or something. All right. And then I guess I will get this button, kind of the same thing. So I will, oh, maybe I can steal it from here. Yeah, I can just grab this one and add it here and call this save. Can it be like, can we do text right and then align it to right? No. I can maybe. PX. Maybe you change the padding to 4. Yeah. This is okay so far, I guess. I'm not happy with this thing here, like settings, so maybe we can remove. We have the form. Okay, so maybe maybe we can add the shadow to the form. And see what happens there. Okay, and yeah, move also the paddings and all this stuff in here. Okay, great. Here maybe we'll have a nav, and I guess we'll have like a few links. So this one would be like to user. So we have, what did we do? What should be in what should be in the dashboard? So this one is kind of profile, and then maybe we can have another one called like subscriptions, where they can like, or billing. So we can have here billing, and then we can call this billing. Okay, so billing, and this one will be dashboard, and then let's say this is called settings maybe. So this is like, okay, settings and then billing. No, this is all, these all are the, like the native Tailwind classes. I haven't, yeah, you can, I can show you, okay. So you actually can go to, where's our Tailwind style? You can come here and then, for example, call this class, okay, button. And then, so if we, for example, if we have this button that's repeated all the time, we can actually take this and then here do apply and give it all the classes that we need, like here. And then we save that, and then if we go to here and change this to btn, okay, let me, so maybe we can have like, I don't know if this will work. Okay, since we're at it, so we can do Tailwind custom classes, Adding a new utility, blah blah blah. Extracting components. So you can see here, okay, we have all of this shenanigans. What we can do is where is the apply? Yeah. Here we can have, okay, the class, and then we do apply to all these stuff, but then there is like this is the hover. It doesn't work like this. So what we need to do is do btn hover, and then apply this. Apply, and we remove hover because we don't need that anymore. And where is it? Only this one. Yeah, we already have that. Okay, so if we refresh, you can see here this button is actually the border. Okay. So if you refresh now, you can see it's working. And if you inspect the element, it's actually only has this class btn instead of, for example, like other buttons. It has like all these classes. So if you see like some repeated patterns here and there, that's the way to do it. You can create this custom color, custom class, and if you have any hover effect, you need to remove like the hover stuff and move them here, because CSS does not support the colon. So you need to move them to btn hover, and then it will work basically like this. So we actually can use now this class everywhere instead of copying the entire list of classes. Okay. So just give me a sec. I'm kind of tired of standing. I will lower the desk and then coming back. Just give me 1 second. And I'm back. Yeah, I'm I couldn't stand. It's been like an hour or so standing, and it's a bit tough. I'm getting old, I guess. All right, so we have kind of this dashboard. Let's style a little bit the navigation. Yeah, I mean that's actually not on Tailwind or anything. That's on Post CSS or like CSS in general. So if you import a file, it will import the content, and it's the same thing as like copying the content from one file and then paste it here. So that also will work. Does that sound? Does that answer your question? So yeah, no worries. Let's work on these links here. So let's do class name. Let's do p2 for both. Okay, and let's for example have, okay, if this is active, we want to have like a purple border. So maybe we can do border bottom and then border where is it? How do I set the border again? Yeah, like maybe this, or you can use this one. Okay, and probably that nav should have some MB2 or 4. Yeah, probably we don't need that much of it. Maybe margin left should be 2 on this link. No, let's add the padding. Just a slight, like a small bit. All right, yeah, and then when we click here, this should be also like highlighted. So maybe let's copy this. So okay, we have the dashboard, which is kind of, yeah, the setting. So here now we need a billing, and maybe we'll have like a similar form, but different, like with the billing and then different billing plan, and so on. So let's create a new component here and then call it billing. And since we had it here, billing, and then let's get rid of this, and this one will be billing, and copy this part. Or maybe you can copy the entire thing. Yeah, let's copy the entire thing. We will change them later. Here and then here, this will be billing. And okay, let's see now. Okay, billing is like the same thing, but basically what we can, how to differentiate this, we can remove this from settings and then add it to billing. Then now when we click here, you can see, okay, we have this and this. So let's improve, like, let's have this, change this so you can actually see the actual difference. So maybe we can remove, okay, let's make up some space. we don't need probably this whole thing. This will change to probably credit card. Type is, this will be text for now. This will be maybe 42, 42, 42, 42, 42. And then here we can say, okay, give me the money let's see, already billing. Yeah, this is the credit card. This is credit card, and maybe, yeah, now I'm kind of regretting removing the first name and the last name. So let's bring them back. First name, last name. Yeah, so first name, last name, credit card, and then this we will change it to something else. Yeah, maybe we can remove this. Is rating with a party of 4. Okay. Oh, let's remove this thing. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, thanks for the raid. Settings, we have billings. Yeah, CVV and expire date, of course. That's important. So let's, maybe it's and this is CVV. One, two, three. Look, I mean, check the back of your card, kind of, and then probably we can make this kind of half, and then similar. What we can do is actually steal the same style from the first name and the last name and put them there. Yeah. Okay, so that's 1, that's 2, 3. Yeah, I'll use the same for the So this will be expire date. And then this will be CVV. Placeholder 1, 2, 3. And then the placeholder here is 21, probably 21 or something like that. No, not 21. There's no. Oh man, 0, 9 or something. Yeah, let's remove the red stuff. is it from, okay, CVV. Okay, so for those of you who just joined, hi and welcome. What we're trying to do is actually build an entire SaaS app using just like JAMstack technologies. JAMstack stands for JavaScript API and markups. The main tool I'm using Gatsby, and I will start extending. I will use like Gatsby and then use a combination of a lot of APIs to achieve that. So far, we've built in the previous 3 streams. We've built this nice landing page. And by the way, the whole idea of the app is called Rubber Goose. So this is it's like the concept of rubber ducking. You get together with some people, you show them your problem in the code, and you try to debug it together. And yeah, we want to build a SaaS around that. This is purely for learning purposes, but we don't know where we're going with this, so we'll see along the way. So this is the landing page. This is actually working. And then the website is rubbergoose.dev. It's already live. Here, I will post the link. And the code, if you want to follow along or use this to build your own app, feel free to use it. This is the code so far. It doesn't contain all the stuff that we're working on now, but I'll update it later. I will push it to GitHub. And for styling, I use Tailwind CSS. So yeah, that's the idea. We need to actually do the fav icons stuff. So maybe if someone is interested in that, you can make a pull request and we add the fav icons that we need here. And also like we will add some SEO components later. All right, so let's close all of this, go back to our website. And now we are trying to build a dashboard. And once we have at least the UI, we will work on adding authentications. We might use Auth0 or use Netlify identity. We don't know yet, but we will see what we can do. So I think there's some sort of like red color. Please fill out this field. Let's leave this empty. And where is it? Yeah, border red 500 and border. We don't need this because it's confusing. Yeah, and we will also remove it for the. I think we only need like for credit cards, we need just the holder, like the card holder name or like full name. We don't need like first name and last name, but yeah, we will deal with this once we reach that level, because we're gonna use Stripe to add like payments and stuff. Okay, and this is, we can leave it empty for now. Yeah, where is the other text? Give me the money. Let's probably remove this. Okay, so I have credit card, CVV, and the expire date, the name. And then in settings, we have like, okay, first name, last name, your password confirmations, and you can save that. Probably we will add a logout button. So let's take a look at the authentication, how this is going to be done. So we already built the client only routes, and anything that goes to like user, Gatsby will recognize that. And what we want to do now is maybe there's some documentation about the authentications. Yeah, we can have this like service for authentications, and we can create this private route. So first we can create a custom. Where is it? We have another service. Yeah, okay. Let's first copy this. This will change later in place of like, we will have like a simple login page that accepts John and password is password. But then we will replace it with, once we have like the logic working, we will replace it with real authentication with probably Auth0 or probably Auth0 or the Netlify identity. I'm not sure. I need to take a look at that. Which one? I mean, since we're hosting in Netlify, maybe it makes sense to use the Netlify identity, but we'll see. All right, so let's build this service, authentication service. In here we can do, okay, I want services, and inside of services we'll have like the auth.js. Okay. And we will need the private route. Yeah, of course, we will need also the component login. So let's also, we might as well build that, but we will improve it with, we will have a Tailwind custom one. So let's have the login. Yep. And let's create this private route. Private route. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And now we want to change the normal route to using the private route in our user. You can see here we're using like the normal route. We were using like the normal component. We can have okay, first let's add also the login, because we want to allow that. And login. So the only route that we will allow to be public, it will be here in our case will be user/login, and the rest will be replaced by our private route. So here we can do, okay, private route from components, and then private route. And then here, this will be the private route. And instead, we will have this component now. And for the dashboard will be the component dashboard, and for the billing, we will use the billing component. Okay, so now show the username and logout if, okay, get user. Yeah, this we will deal with probably later. And there's also like here's some code that you can get, like they say hello, blah blah blah. Otherwise, we will show the login page. So let's save this. And to stay, okay, something is failing, probably because I did something stupid. Okay, yeah, something is really. Okay, all good. You can see it's already like redirecting to this app. So instead of app, this should be user, and instead of profile, this should be dashboard. So we are in here, we click dashboard, and you can see it's directing us to login, but it's say, okay, it's still somewhere saying app. This should be user login. So let's go here, dashboard. Oh, come on. Ah, man, I didn't. Sometimes you think you would save some time by copying some code, but then it's just, okay, cool. So this form we can style really easily with Tailwind, but let's see what do we need to, okay, it's John and then pass. So if we do here, John and then pass and then hit login, yay. You can see it, even one password prompts me to save this login. Oh my God, this is awesome. And you can see here now I am actually logged in, but then if I go back and hit dashboard, it's already, I'm still logged in, and that's mainly because for now, for the sake of simplicity, I used the local storage. Where is it? There's a million thing in here. We use Gatsby user. Let's see. Yeah, you can see here, this is the user. This is kind of, you can think of this as like a fake session. So now I am logged in and I can see these pages. So now it would be very easy to replace this or replace the auth service that we have here by like using an auth0 or any API provider. So if I delete this and then go to homepage and click on dashboard, you can see I'm actually logged out. So I need to do the login again. So I can do, okay, John, and then pass and hit login. And I am logged in, and you can see my Gatsby user. So this is looking great. So this is like hard-coded stuff that it will be dynamic later. Depends on the user that's logged in. So far, anyone has any questions? Is this clear? Mm. All right. Okay. Cool. Nice. So there's few things that it's annoying me. I need to make this clickable and then takes me to the homepage. So that's inside of the layout. In this header, this is the SVG. This should go to the homepage. Why it's not linked to? Did I do something? Okay, dashboard. Okay. I probably need to, I know. This should be uppercase link. And this one also. Okay, awesome. So now if I click here, I can go to the home page. And then dashboard, taking my dashboard. All good. Okay, dashboard. And then we go to the billing. We have everything set up. Private route. Okay, I think so far we did, like, to summarize what we did in this stream is build this dashboard and the billing. We added the login, but yeah, let's go and style our login page, which is here. Yeah, there's this form. Okay, maybe you can steal some classes from this one here. Okay, so I can have a class name. And then do the same for this input. And maybe let's go to the billing. Change this wrapper with a div. also rounded bg white. Take these styling and then port them to this form. And then hit save. So let's go to application, local storage, and then delete this so we can see our login page. All right, not bad, not bad. And for our input, this input here, the button, we can say class name, and since we had this custom class btn, this will be okay. Probably we need also some styles for the labels. Do I have anything? Okay. Yeah, let's copy this and add some styling to the labels. Yeah. This maybe should be h2, and maybe here we can say, okay, text center and then text 3xl. Yeah, or maybe 4xl. Let's see. All right. Yeah, this looks like a nice login page, I guess. And then here we have John and then Bass. Yep. Okay. Boom, boom. Yeah, and then do we have already like in the auth service that we built? Do we have a logout? Yeah, we can. We have we can have a logout here, but we can add it somewhere. All right. So I think I'm gonna call it for now. I've been streaming for like what? Oh, like definitely like an hour and something, and 10-15 minutes. Thank you all for watching, and this will be recorded. I will push the new code to the repository, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm actually doing a daily stream building this app, and we're getting to the meat of it, which is like authentications and billing and all of this stuff, and we will add more functionalities around that. So stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow in around like the same time.